So, Gab, let's take someone like Hakim Ziyech as an example. Obviously, supposed to be moving to Chelsea on July the 1st. What, in theory, would happen with him?
Well, that's actually a really good example because that's another category of player, right? So, under normal circumstances, June 30th, his contract with Ajax expires. July 1st, the transfer window opens, and he becomes a Chelsea player. He's already signed a contract to do that. So FIFA have to sort out, well, how do we handle this situation? Because if Ajax still have competitive fixtures to play, can we extend his contract and simply move the opening of the transfer window forward? Say we move everything forward a month or 2 months. Now the difficulty here is Hakim Ziyech could also turn around and say, well, hang on a minute. Why do I have to do this unilaterally? My contract, the contract that I signed says I finish working on June 30th. Can you forcibly extend me for another month or 2 months? And I think you'd have a strong case in court, should he not want to continue playing for Ajax, to say, you know what, I've done my time, I'm done. I don't want to go play and maybe run the risk of getting injured or whatever else. So FIFA can move the transfer window forward and say to Ziyech, okay, fine, well then you'll be unemployed for a month or whatever. I don't know that they can forcibly force him or the many other players in that position, to simply tack on months at the end of their contract. I think that's going to be an important negotiation. I think the players' unions are going to come into that. They're going to want to have a voice. I'm not sure, you could do this on a one-size-fits-all basis.
But not speaking on Hakim Ziyech's behalf, but surely, given everything that's going on, you would understandably just stay at Ajax, wouldn't you, until the end of your contract, even though it would be extended by 2 months. It seems very strange if a player is about to say, no, you know what, I've given you my time that I agreed, because no one obviously could have foreseen this happening.
Look, it's true. I mean, we don't know, but I think there will be players who are in that situation. I mean, think of players, who might be concerned that, they might pick up an injury, for example, and that might end up voiding their contract going forward. You'd have to go and find some sort of mechanism where the contract becomes binding even if you pick up an injury in that period, for example. But equally, there might be players who might say, you know what, I mean, Ziyech is different because Ajax are in a head-to-head fight for the title. But if you have some guy at some mid-table club, he might who's already has a deal in place to go somewhere else, he might say, you know what, well, why do I have to keep playing for you? Why can't my contract end now, and why can't my new contract start when it's supposed to start with my pay bump elsewhere? I mean, these guys are workers like everybody else. So there will have to be some give and take. There's going to have to be a lot of negotiating. There's also going to be other players who are going to welcome this, right? Players who might have become free agents, unsure of whether they're going to get another club, and now all of a sudden they get another 2 months' wages. I think that's going to be important as well. But clearly, there's going to be a very, very big knock-on effect.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.